What is up, interweb? What is up, interweb? All right. Now that I know it's recording, go ahead and throw up my chat box for y'all to chime in, whatever questions you got. Today, today marks a very important day for my eBay online vintage media sales. This is something I've been working on for 11 months now, 10 months. I started on January 1st, and I wanted to prove to my son that you can make money by selling anything on eBay. You just have to develop a system to do it. And you have to make it easy and efficient and be able to do it whenever you want, but it will make you money over time. And the reason why this is a special broadcast today is because I officially became profitable today. Actually, at the end of the month. It was amazing. I had 3 or 4 sales there at the end of the month that pushed me over the top. And when I say I'm profitable, what I'm saying is when I very first started on January 1st, I had $200. And I bought a lot from an estate sale of just VHS tapes. There was about 1,000 in that lot. And granted, I had to throw away probably 300 of them or whatever. But there was a lot of good tapes in there. So I sat down on eBay and I just started listing them. And over the months, I kind of honed in on the timing and how to list and got a system down for doing that and made it really easy. So that's what this channel is. I'm just going to show you, just like I showed my son, how you can sell VHS tapes on eBay for profit and build a business. But keep in mind, $200 original investment. And I probably work on this maybe an hour or two every weekend, just listing some tapes on eBay to make some sales. And I'll kind of show you how it went. Let me pull up my profit graph or whatever. This is how I've been keeping track of my profitability. So when I first started way back January 1st, there it is, starting balance $200. And I bought that $200 was the eBay store subscription and the VHS tapes I bought, and I also got some storage units or little storage containers for VHS tapes to be able to store my inventory. Once I list them, it goes into a special little inventory. So anyways, I started getting sales, not very many. You see, in the month of January, I only sold 5 tapes. Not a whole lot of profit there, maybe $20. February, same thing. I had 2 different orders, only 2 orders in a month. It's not a whole lot, but we're playing a long game here. And the more you get listed, the more your average sales per week will go up. So if you're carrying I was probably only carrying a 40 tape inventory online, but now I'm getting up there. I'm getting 4, 5, 600 tapes in my inventory. So my average sales per week is just starting to kind of click now. And as you can see, I had 2 sales January, 2 sales February. In March, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 6 sales in March. April had 4 sales. May, I only had 2 sales that month. June, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers in that month. So about par, about 5 sales a month. It's not a whole lot when you think about it. I did in June. I spent $16 of the money I was making to reinvest at a town-wide garage sale. I bought another, I don't know, probably 100 or 200 tapes and sold some more. In July, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers. Woohoo! He had 5 customers in 1 month. That's not very much at all. Then I spent some money at the Leedy Townwide Garage Sale. Bought a bunch of DVDs, Blu-ray players, VCRs. And keep in mind, the money I'm spending is money I'm making off of eBay. So slowly you can see the balance is getting closer to the positive. But Yeah, I just kept selling in August. I had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven sales in August. September, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven in September. October, one, two, three, four, five, six in October. And you can see that it finally put me over into the positive side uh, towards the middle of the month of October. So, yay, profitable, but I kept going. And I thought, you know what? I had a guy hit me up and said, hey, I got about 600 or 700 VHS tapes over here that was dropped off by an estate sale company. Why don't you come pick them up for $40? So spent $40 there. So that dropped my balance back to $1.98. That's all I had in the bank. Luckily, since October 31st, you can see the sales. I'm already in the month of November, and we're just on the 7th day of the month, 8th day of the month. I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 customers, and it's only the 8th day of the month. So I've been listing. I've been buying hundreds of tapes. I've been buying over 1,000 tapes, and the key to this game is to continually be listing every weekend. So an hour or two, spend a little time, sit down, kind of walk you through my system I got going on here. Let's see, we'll jump over to my eBay account. So yeah, I bought an eBay store, and I really didn't purchase this store till about the 6th month of the year, till I had some money built up back in the bank after that $200. So with that money, I bought a store subscription on eBay. It's $21 a month, $21.95 I think. So that all comes off the bottom dollar, and I do account for that in my profit. So anyways, yeah, this is my store. It's just broken down into VHS, DVD, Blu-rays, and then equipment. Under equipment, I have like VCR, cables, stuff like that. So you can find those at thrift stores and garage sales for like a nickel all day long or a quarter, and then turn around and flip them on eBay for a small profit. You might only make 90 cents. Like if you look back on my profit ledger here, look at some of these sales. Like I sold one VHS tape and I made $11 off of it. It's probably a pretty good tape. But this, I sold one VHS tape. I only made 97 cents off of it. So it really depends on the movie titles. But you know what? I'll take a 97-cent sale all day long, because if you treat that customer right, they will buy from you again. And that's what we're trying to do with this business model, is set up an online VHS store where people can get a good quality product at dependable pricing, fair pricing. It's a great way to do business. I run coupons, I run specials for, you know, buy two get one free is my main avenue of sales. So you can see right here on the profit scale, when they buy 3 tapes, I make like $10 to $15. If they buy one, I only made 47 cents off that one. But it's a volume game. So you're buying in bulk. You make all your money in this game by purchasing, by going to the thrift stores, their estate sales, when they got to clean that shit out because the family wants to sell the house. I've had people just say, come pick this up. They didn't even charge me for it. So you can get hundreds, if not thousands, of VHS tapes just by hunting them down and making connections with the estate sale companies and thrift stores, and say, hey, when you're tired of that big pile of VHS tapes over there, just call me. I'll come get them. You know, same thing. You post on Facebook every now and then that, hey, did you inherit a big box of VHS tapes that's sitting in your closet? Give me a call. I'll come pick them up. You know, I never pay more than like a dime per tape. And the way I get away with that is because you're buying in bulk. You're pretty much just helping people get rid of their stuff. But there's a lot of people still left out here like myself that collect these tapes. And we have our own collections, and that's how this hobby started. Was I wanted to build my own VHS collection because I got tired of streaming. And I was like, I miss the days where I could just like pick what movie I wanted on the shelf and just watch it. Like, and I did a lot of DVDs back in the day, but what I found that over time, VHS tapes hold up very well. I mean, very well. They're really solid technology to where a lot of the DVDs, they get scratched, they get passed around, the plastic on them starts to wear off. You have to have them resurfaced, and there's special equipment and stuff for those, but that's why I kind of stick to VHS. But I didn't want to, get on eBay and start buying a VHS tapes for my collection. It would have cost a fortune. I could spend $1,000 and have the ultimate good VHS, but this way is funner, and it also makes you some money while you're doing it. So what I mean is, like, this copy of Tommy Boy, it's a really good copy. There's no stickers on it, no price tags. It wasn't a formal rental, I don't believe. Oh no, it was a formal rental. Movie Magic. So anyways, it's not a perfect copy because it was a formal rental, so I wouldn't add it to my collection, but I do have one in my collection. So you find doubles and triples of the same movies all the time when you're going out and buying. So I keep upgrading my collection to the best possible copy and then sell the rest. And the money I make from selling the rest of that goes back into getting more tapes and buying more inventory and keeping the system going. So there's two ways to look at it, in America, in this capitalist society, is, do you want to spend $1,000 or $2,000 on your hobby, or do you want your hobby to make money for you? And I always choose my hobbies to make money for me, whether it's gardening or, streaming, making these shows, or selling VHS tapes. They're fun to do. I learn a lot of skills along the way. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit better with my production value on these videos, and hopefully y'all enjoy the content that I bring you. But yeah, just make your hobby pay you. So yeah, I'm getting a pretty good VHS collection. So let's go ahead and just jump into listing some of these, because I got some bangers today, and these are great movies. So I'm going to jump over. And the first movie that y'all saw, of course, was Tommy Boy. Great movie. It came out when I was in high school, I believe. So what we're going to do is just go up here to the search bar on eBay, and we're going to type in Tommy Boy VHS. Okay, so it's going to bring up, there's 252 listings for Tommy Boy. So, and that looks like the one I have there. But what I want to look at is how much they're actually selling for, because you can list these movies for whatever you want. I go down here and I look at the sold comparables, so I see what they are actually selling for. If my little capitalist machine will keep up. I bought this computer for $25, so money's not an issue to get into this game. It's just you have to be smart with money once you do once you do put down that $100 or $200 initial investment. Then, like I said, I didn't have a printer, I didn't have all that stuff, but you can start with very minimal. You can use just your cell phone to start doing this. So yeah, after I find, it looks like 56 of these is sold, so 250 are listed, and 50 have sold in the last 30 days. So you know that this is a pretty popular tape, and it'll sell for a pretty decent price, which I kind of realize it is. This one right here, it sold for $11.29 all in. That's for shipping and delivery. I offer free shipping with all mine. I just factor it in. It costs $5 to ship a VHS tape. But the beautiful thing about it is when you sell 3 of them at a time, it still only costs you $5 to ship it. The weight's where you make the money on those. So once I find the tape, I'm going to go ahead and hit this sell one like this. And I always like for it to have VHS in the title and the year that it was released. So let that load up for a second. My little capitalist machine, it's been working overtime. It's been making me a lot of money lately. So then what I got to do is, it pulled everything from their listing when they listed that. And now I need to put my own pictures and get those loaded in here. Come on. You guys follow this channel. Give me a subscribe. I got to make some money on my streaming because I need to buy some new hardware. Okay, so now it loaded up all my pictures. I took all these pictures beforehand. I'll get 10 or 20 of them on the table back here. and I'll just knock out about 7 pictures on each video just to give the customer a good all around, just so they can see what they're buying. And then I add these 2 pictures. It's kind of lets them see how I package and ship. Right here is just a little packaged envelope, and then of course my logo on there. So we'll scroll down. We're going to change this title a little bit. I have my own special way of formatting it, and this makes it really easy if people are trying to look up a title of a movie inside my eBay store. They can go to my search bar and just type in the name of the movie, and it's going to tell you if I have it in inventory or not. You can also type in things like 1995, and it'll pull up all the movies I have listed that are released in 1995. Not when the movies are made, but when this particular tape was released. So of course I want to put Chris Farley in the title. Another thing, if people type in Chris Farley, they'll get that listing pulling up. So, and I always put free shipping and buy 2, get 1 free. Bam. And that's pretty basic standard title. Sometimes I'll go in there and add maybe another keyword. Like on this one, I'll put in cult, because it was a cult comedy. Or maybe I'll do this. I'll be like, very good condition. That's what VGC means. Because it's in pretty good condition. It's got some little edging on it, but all in all, it's pretty solid. No, let's not put very good condition. Let's put classic. I like the word classic. That sometimes helps it sell too, by putting that in there. Classic. Let's do this. I'm actually just going to put Farley, because if somebody's looking for Chris Farley, it'll pull this up. My mouse is gooking out. Call classic. Man, do you guys see my mouse is just, you probably don't see it, but it's moving on its own. Maybe I'm banging out the keys too hard. Oh, you know what it is? It's that F8 button. It toggles that caret, whatever. See, look at it. Look. Why is my mouse moving? I've got to fix that. Maybe it was F7. Press F7 to turn off. F7. F7. I don't know why it's still on there. It's going to drive me nuts, so. Okay. Custom label. This is the SKU, or this is where I put it in the inventory. And I will change this to box C1, because I have, after I make this listing, you got to have somewhere to put it in inventory. So whenever it sells, you can just go out to the barn in inventory and find exactly where it's at. Oops. So how I do it is I buy banker boxes. They're like that you keep files in for office, you know, but it's just a storage box is what it is. They're called banker boxes, and I cut them down to the same height of the VHS tape. So this whole box right here is labeled, and it goes out there and it sits on top of some other boxes, but it also has a lid that fits right on top of it. So it's like, that's what it looks like. And each one of these boxes will hold 22 cassette tapes. So I stack them 5 high, because that'll give me 110 tapes in a pretty small area, because my barn, I want to completely fill it up with tapes. I want like 10,000 tapes listed and just ready to be sold and picked. So that's the best way I found out how to manage your inventory, is just to keep it like right here on this SKU. Oops, jump back. Right there on that SKU, it says box C2. So or yeah, C2. So now when this tape sells, it'll have that number on there, and I know exactly where to go to find it in inventory. So this makes it really quick, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of time searching for it. So store category, eBay category will always be VHS tapes, and the store category is going to be in comedy. This also helps people when they get to my store. They can go to the menu and select horror or action adventure or whatever genre that the movie is in. I've found that helps people to find it. So remember, I pulled this listing from somebody else's, so they already have all this filled out, the language, the actor, who released it, blah blah blah. So that just saves you more time, as you don't have to input all that stuff. So now down here under the description, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the title, Control C is cut, and then in the description I'm going to hit Control V, which is paste. So there's the title, and then I have another Word document, and I have a few paragraphs saved. It's my disclaimer is what it is, and then I just Control V, paste that into the description box. And you can see it has my store policy. It says this item is being sold as is or used pre-owned. So please view all the pictures before considering purchase. Any questions, just message us, stuff like that. And then it breaks down my store policies, free shipping on all VHS tapes, DVDs, Blu-ray. And then it has buy two VHS, get one free, kind of explains that. Shipping is free. Returns, I take returns. If somebody's not happy, I'd be more than happy to take a return and give them their money back. So I think on this tape, I'm not going to go for like the 1148. I know it could go higher, but it is a formal rental. So, and it is not so much just a common tape. So I want to list it a little bit higher. So I'm going to go with $9.98 starting out. And that'll give me, after you take the $5 for shipping and handling and the packaging off, and then the eBay fee will probably be about $1.50 or so. So that's still going to leave me with $2.50 or $3.50 profit just on that one tape. So it's a pretty good one. Hopefully people who have the money to buy a tape like this will buy 3 at a time, and they'll save money by buying 3 at a time. And then also it ups the amount per tape that you make when they purchase more, like I explained earlier. So yeah, $9.98. The only other thing we have to do is just scroll down a little bit, and I always like to change this to 8 ounces instead of 1 pound. When you ship on media mail, it breaks it by the pound, so it's 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound, and the price goes up as you go up in poundage. So I like to keep it at 8 ounces though, because if I sell 3 tapes, it's going to go up to that 1.5 pound mailing rate, so it'll only go up by like 30 or 40 cents. So make sure you clip free shipping and scroll on down and hit list it. So let's see what the listing looks like once we run through that. Oh, something's missing or invalid. What did I forget here? Condition. Right, under condition, I did skip that. I just click as a good condition. That way they know it's used, but it's still in good condition. I do have a little disclaimer. I'll just copy and paste on there. And what it says is, that was the wrong one. It is right here, GUC. So GUC, which means good used condition. Please view all photos and description before considering purchase. And I'll show you where that is on the listing, because it's another way to just reassure your customer that, hey, check the pictures before you buy it. Don't complain to me about worn edges and whatnot. I take a lot of time and take very good photos of my product. So yeah, we'll hit view listing. This is going to pull up the whole listing. This is what your customer is going to see. It says Tommy Boy VHS 1995. So you immediately got the title and the year it was released. And then it always puts this free shipping, buy 2, get 1 free, kind of right there to kind of grab the eye, right by the price. It's $9.98. And then you'll see here it says free shipping. And my pictures turn out pretty well. Like I say, I do 7 pictures. This is what I call a staged photo. It has my store name. It's got the free shipping in there. It shows the actual VHS cassette tape and the box. The next photo is just a close-up of the front of the box, close-up of the rear of the box, side, top, and then an actual video. And the reason I like this on eBay is because when a customer pulls up this picture, they can actually zoom in and kind of get a close-up to see if there's any mold on the reel, or see if it was a formal rental, stuff like that. And then my 6th picture is always the packaging of how I ship them. Now if they buy more than just one tape, it comes in a little bit different packaging, but I just want to reassure them I'm not just going to chunk this in a paper bag and send it to you. So then of course I got my logo on it. So yeah, $9.98, and it could be theirs. So jump back to my store real quick before we go on to the next tape. And you can see here's my listings here. Sandlot, Romeo and Juliet, just a little bit of everything. Some Chuck Norris, Footloose, Blind Fury, I think I went through a lot of these on my last video. So anyway, we're going to make another listing, and I'm going to show you just exactly how fast you can get through a listing if you're not talking on the internet and trying to tell people how to do things. So I'll try to talk a little bit while I go through this next listing, but time me, see how long it takes. It's a time game, and it's kind of a grind game, but I enjoy it. So anyway, here we go. The next movie I have up is called Antitrust, and it's a great 90s movie. It's kind of a hacker. Actually, I think it came out right after 90s, but we'll find out shortly. So go ahead and start your timer now. Okay, type in Antitrust VHS. Scroll down, I'm going to find sold comps right there. Go and see what the average price of it has been selling for. That one is $650, $695, $999 for brand new, $14.99 pre-owned. So it looks like a pretty common tape, and my common price is $7.49. So, or $7.48. Throw a little 8 in there. So let's go ahead and copy our pictures into there. Let me get those. My little capitalist machine would work. Come on. Okay, getting those copied. There they go. Delete amount of inventory. Okay. This computer is so slow. But $25 at a garage sale. What do you expect? Okay, so then I put my other 2 videos in there. VHS. I'm going to put... What year was this? I should have had this already. It was in 2000. So yeah, right at the end of the 90s. And I'm going to put... I'll leave Ryan Felipe in there because he was kind of a popular actor in that time period. Okay, the only other thing is free shipping. If I can type. And buy 2, get 1 free. I'm telling you, this works great. And how I got kind of turned on to selling VHS tapes like this is I just researched other people on eBay who were selling it, and sure enough, there's people selling a crap ton of VHS, and I just copied their models. I just studied them. This is going to be in box C2. Okay, now I'm going to copy this title, and the store category, it is going to be, we'll say it is action adventure. No, not action adventure. This is going to be more like a mystery or noir, probably. Or thriller and suspense. That's what we'll do. Thriller and suspense. because I think there is some crazy stuff that happens in that movie. I can't really remember, but they have it listed as drama, but I'm going to put thriller and mystery. So they've already got a lot of this all put in there. Looks good. Okay, we're going to paste our title. Go down here, we're going to copy, and we're going to paste our store policy in here. Done. Sometimes I like to highlight the title on there, makes it look better. It's in good condition. So let's go ahead and copy and paste our GUC code. And I said we are going to sell it for $7.48, which is my common price. And it's 8 ounces. And free shipping. And list. And see, just like that, it was under 2 minutes. I've got to down to under 2 minutes per listing. But have another one listed in the inventory. Next up, I have, this is a really good one. This really reminds me of the late 90s and early 2000s. The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a great movie. He has a great line in there about a shark. A shark comes to attack him, and he's telling a story about it. It's funny. But anyway, get back to our listing here. Let's go ahead and type in The Beach, VHS. And we'll see there is 759 titles. So we're going to go down here and find a sold comparable, see what it's selling for. And this looks like a reprint, or reissue. Doesn't look like there's one on here, which means it hasn't sold. This one, oh, they've got it sold. This is a classic one. Maybe it's just hard to find. That one sold for $20. Oh, here it is. Here's the one I got. Yeah, it's brand new. It's selling for like 14. Brand new, 14. Kind of looking for a pre-owned comparable, not a new one. Okay, here's a pre-owned that sold for $10. So yeah, I can do $9.98 probably on this. Let's go ahead and find the exact copy. It's this one right here. This one sold for $10.50. So yeah, I think $10 is a good price on it. So I bought this tape for 10 cents. For probably less than 10 cents actually, but actually a nickel. 700 tapes for $40. Anyway, you can see the value. Right now I got to cut these out. I already listed that one. Right now I'm just looking at my inventory folder of pictures. 5, 6, 7, 8. Got them. And then I just drag them and drop them into the window. But you can't see it because I'm just recording out to the I'm just recording my Chrome screen. Okay, got those on there. And now we'll add my 2 packaging photos. Back to the format. We got the title. Let's see, I think I'm going to have to. I'll delete that. And there we go. That looks pretty good. DiCaprio classic, cult classic. Then I'll put free shipping. Buy 2, get 1 free. Okay, so copy the title. It's going to go into VHS box C2. Okay, and this movie, I'm going to keep it under thriller and suspense because it's a good one. I'm going to change this to, I'll change that to thriller. Okay, all that looks good. Let's go ahead and paste. I need to put in these titles in my store policy too, that some of these tapes are previously viewed, are store rentals, but I mean, I'm selling them used, so. But there is kind of a difference between a used VHS tape that you owned and one that got rented out every Friday night at the video store that got played hundreds of times, you know. You're not going to watch your own VHS tape hundreds of times unless you just got some weird ick or something. But anyway, got the store policies on there. Let's go ahead and put the condition of the tape. Good used condition. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and list this one at $9.98 as well. I think I can get that for this one. It's a good tape. I got some bangers today. I was telling you, you know, usually most of my tapes are just common. They're $7.48. Like, so buy 3 of them, and you get one of those for free. So around $15 for 3 tapes. So about $5 a tape is what my customers pay. But when they buy more, when they buy 12 or 18 or whatever, that sale stacks. So if they buy 2, they get 1 free. If they buy 4, they get 2 free. 6, get 3 free, so on. So that's really where I make my money is by the customers that buy multiple quantities at one time. But still, when you get bangers like this, when you get tapes like The Beach that'll sell for $10 each, you really start getting into money on the good ones. So offer free shipping, and then let's just hit list. See what it looks like. List it. Yeah, looks good. You know, it's got good picture there. Got good pictures of the item. Good price on there. I bet you it sells within the end of the month. I'd put a wager on it. Let's see what we got next. We got... Oh, this was a classic movie when I was a kid. It's called Sidekicks. It's an old Chuck Norris movie, man, but it made you want to be a karate guy. Yeah, and this is in this is very good condition. There's no scuffs at all on it. So, hopefully it's a rare one. Let's look it up. Sidekicks VHS. It's kind of an obscure one, but it was one that was really liked by young boys around my age. Which I'm an old man now, so it's a pretty old movie. But yeah, it looks like there's some good listings on here. Oh yeah, brand new. Let's see, pre-owned. It sold for $9, so it's pretty good. It's not an uncommon one, or a common one. I mean, it's not common, but it's not uncommon. But yeah, it looks like $8.50 to $9 is what it's selling all day long. So we'll just go ahead and copy this guy's listing. It's crazy. This kid had asthma real bad, but Chuck Norris came in and was like, "Oh, you need to get up. You need to start working." Started like driving a van with the kid running in front and got him all pumped up to, I guess, beat the crap out of one of his high school bullies or something. But you know, as a young guy, as a 12 or 13-year-old, it was pretty badass. You know, Chuck Norris coming to your school to teach you to do karate. So, you know, as a kid, you mimic it, you try to do all the moves and practice your breathing. And it was a funny movie. It was good. I'm sure it had a little love twist in it too. I would say I'd watch it again, but you know, this is an old Blockbuster tape, so we need to put on there it's a formal rental. Got the pictures. Let's go ahead and copy over the packaging pictures. Okay, so I am going to put rare on this one. VHS 93. I'll put Chuck Norris in the title. And I'm going to put rare on there as well. Then I'll put my taglines, free shipping, and buy two, get one free. So copy the title, go on custom SKU. It's going to be in VHS box C2. Said each box will hold 22 tapes. And a box costs anywhere from $1.30 to $1.70 investment. But as the tapes sell out, you know, you go back and you refill. Every month I'll go back and refill with new listings in those same boxes. So this one, let's see, they have it listed as action, adventure, and martial arts. So we'll change our category to action and adventure. Perfect. Chuck Norris, that all looks good. That looks good. But you can click right here to show more, and then you can go in, say formal rental, and go ahead and move that to yes. Okay, I'm going to paste our title right there. Then I'm going to copy the store policy into the document right there. Going to make the title bold. Now under condition, we click it is in good condition. And we'll go ahead and copy our disclaimer there. And I'm gonna give a little discount on this one. I'm gonna make someone's day. I'm just gonna sell it for $8.98. Most of them are selling for, you know, $9, $10, but I guess we're right around there. And I wish it wouldn't put 1 pound, because they're not 1 pound, they're 8 ounces. And offer free shipping. Then list. So yeah, we're done on that one. Sidekicks. Great movie. Great movie. It's got Chuck Norris on the back. Yeah, it really, you know, that and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles really got us wanting to do martial arts on the neighborhood kids. I don't know, we were crazy. I remember one time I got beat up by some kids in the neighborhood, and you know, after my bigger brother went and confronted him and stuff, they were like, "Oh, we had just watched a movie, a ninja, and we felt," you know, they were just trying. It's just, I don't know, neighborhood kid shit, I guess, when you grow up. So I got this tape. I found this tape in this lot, and I was like, this is a good one. This has got to be a good one. So let me hop back over to my sales sheet here, or my eBay page. But yeah, check this movie out. Let me give you a close up before I get back over here. Bam. Bam. I wish I would have listed this one right before Halloween time. I just missed it. But I didn't want to rush the listing. Sorry, you can't see it. A little glare on it. But Creep Show. Oh, I seen this one in that collection, and I was like, oh, yes, that's a good one. But let's look and see if we can't find out how much it's actually worth. So we'll go up to our search bar and type Creep Show. VHS. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 182 listed, which that's not a whole lot of them that are listed. And let's go and look at the sold comparables. This is going to tell me how much Creep Show has been selling for in the past 90 days. So click. Come on, baby. I'm feeling lucky. All right. Creep Show 2. Creep Show. This is my tape right here. It's sold for $30.70. That's crazy. That's crazy. A $30 tape. Wow. And mine's even in better condition than that one is. I'm going to list it for a little more. I'm going to try to get a little more on it. So we'll go down. Well, that one sold with Tales from the Dark Side together, but that was on an auction. Let's keep going. Let's keep going here. Oh, here's one right here. This copy sold for $19, $19.50. This one sold. That's a bad kind of untested. They didn't do their listing right, or they could have got more money. But that one was 11 or 12 bucks. This one right here. This one is brand new sealed, and it sold for $200. Could you imagine coming across a brand new sealed copy of Creepshow? Oh, man. But yeah, it's all about in your presentation. I'm going to list this. I'm not going to put this in my regular store. I'm going to put this on my top shelf category that I'm working on, because I do have some VHS tapes that are worth more than $20 that I don't want to sell with all the other VHS tapes. Because of the sales and promos, the way that they work, I need to keep all my VHS tapes that are $20 and less in one category, and I don't want to add my top shelf ones because I don't want someone buying this on a buy two get one free promo. I want them to just pay the money that I'm asking for this tape, which or run it in some other kind of an auction to where I know I'll get the money that it's worth. So yeah, not going to throw this one up today. I'm going to add this with the other ones. I'll show you another tape that I got that's just completely radical. I found it 6 or 7 months ago. But check this one out, guys. Check this one out. This one I found for 25 cents at our local thrift store, and it blew me away once I realized what it was. It is Terrence McKenna, Alien Dreamtime. So I guess back in the day out in California, out west and stuff, when they were experimenting and Terrence was doing speeches and getting up and telling people about the power of mushrooms, he decided to put on a production with some computer graphics in a background, and it's his voice. Just being Terrence McKenna. It is way awesome, but I have this one listed right now on discount, actually, because I'm actually trying to sell it, get rid of it, get it to the person that it needs to get to. And I started out listing it for $140, but I've since dropped it down over time, and I think it's around $80 right now. If you want to check out my eBay store, you can look at it. It's great. It plays great. If you actually want to watch the video of it, but you don't want to purchase it, you can find it on streaming services outside of where we are now. I'm sure you know what I'm saying, but it's trippy. It's trippy, and I don't even really do mushrooms. I did back in the day, but I just watched it sober, and I was like, whoa, that is cool as shit. So we'll add that one. This one's in the top shelf category, and of course I need to add Creepshow into that as well, but I didn't think it would go for that much money. It's a good old horror flick, and I remember it when I was a kid. It's from Stephen King, and I think George Romero, I think, helped direct and produce this. So yeah, we'll just put these to the side for now. I'll have to come back to them. But that's the thing with collecting, you know. Do I throw that in my private collection? Because it's a pretty clean copy. I mean, you're probably not going to find a cleaner copy than that one, but I don't know, you know, $20 is $20, but I might actually just put that in my collection for the next year, for the Halloween season. But yeah, it was a good tape. Let's see, next up I got is classic surfer heist movie, Point Break, with Keanu Reeves and Crazy for Swayze. So let's look that up. Point Break VHS. Okay, it's selling pretty good, or at least people are trying to. There's 200 listed, so there's not a whole lot of them listed. Let's go ahead and look at the sold comparables. And this is a re-release of it. This isn't an original, so probably go for a little bit less. Probably it might be closer to common once we get down here. So yeah, it looks like this copy pre-owned. They sold it for $4. They lost money on that. So let's see, pre-owned. Well, it sold for 15 right there. Somebody really wanted it. That's the copy I got. That one sold for 10 or so. So yeah, it's actually a pretty good tape. Yeah, that one sold for 13 or 14. So another good banger. So we'll go ahead and sell one like this. I'm going to switch back over here. Switch back over. You can see what I'm doing. So where did it go? Oh, I switched windows. I see what happened. I see what I did. So let's go ahead and copy our pictures into it. Man, I can't believe that creep show. That's crazy. I don't know. I'll have to ask Mrs. White Cheddar if we should add that to the collection. Because that is a good classic October film, Halloween. And that's pretty much all we do in October is watch movies. So I might want to keep that one. Dang it. All right, here come the photos. Here they come. My little capitalist machine's working overtime today. Okay, got them copied. Delete them out of photo inventory. And get a copy of our packaging. Slide it into the photos. There it goes. Point Break. VHS 1991. This is the 95 release, so I'll just put the 95 on there. I will leave, you know, as much as I like Swayze on this one, I've got to leave Keanu Reeves' name on there. You can only fit so much information in the title, but I try to just put relevant keywords, and I always put free shipping and buy 2 get 1 free. Okay, copy the title. It is going to go under VHS box C2 in inventory, and we will list it. They have it listed as action adventure, so we'll leave that alone. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Okay, going to copy the title. Oops, Control V, not just V. And let's, oops, I'm just being random today. Let's go ahead and copy. There we go. There we go, chat. Okay, then we're going to put it's in good condition. Great. And the price on this one, we're just going to do a $9.98. If I get that, I'll be happy. I think the buyer will be happy because they're not paying $15 for it. That's part of the business, you know. If you want something to sell, you can lower the price. It'll sell. I usually try to start a little bit higher, then work my way down over time. But with a tape like this, let's just get it sold and out of inventory, make room for new. Right now, I got enough room to in my inventory I currently have for 150 to about 200 tapes to throw in there before I start running out of room. So, you know, as you sell them, you'll have to restock your inventory, restock the boxes with new listings. Bam, Point Break, there it is. Go get you some. $9.98, easy. All right, next up we have Wet Hot American Summer. I don't know. I've never seen this movie, but it looks like a classic. It's got one of my favorite '90s actresses in it, Janine Garofalo. Yeah, she was always. I just loved her sarcasm back in the day. So it's got a pretty crazy cover, and kind of cartoonish on the front, but not one for my collection. I'm sure it's a good comedy. I didn't watch it. Maybe I will watch it by the time it goes back to before it sells. I can always watch it, I guess, but I don't know. Let's look it up. Wet Hot American Summer. America. And it is a VHS tape. So 12. Only 12 listed. Man, this is a pretty rare one. That's crazy, chat. Look at this one. $72.95. Those are for brand new ones. Let's see if we can find a used one that sold, because that's what I got. It's in pretty good condition. It's not in the best condition, but it's in pretty good condition. No tears or obvious wear to it. A little bit edging, but nothing too bad. So here's a pre-owned, sold for $40. And that's crazy, chat, because that's a Blockbuster tape. This is like an original. So I think we got us another pretty good rare one. Between Creep Show and Wet Hot American Summer, when these two sell, that'll pay for the entire 700 tapes that I bought. So you kind of see where I'm getting with the, listing all the time and getting these listed, because you'll flip your money pretty quick. Yeah, there's a pre-owned one for $40. Here's one for brand new. Let's not look at those. Pre-owned is another $40. So yeah, this is a $40 VHS tape. This one tape is going to make my entire money back on those 700 tapes. So now I've got 699 tapes. It's all profit. This is why I do this. Like, I had no idea. I just pulled this out earlier. I thought it would be a pretty good tape. I thought it may be a $10 or $15 tape, but it's a $40 tape. And, I may have to add this one to top shelf as well, but that's why I'm really into this now, this eBay and this VHS, because it is a fun little hobby. I mean, maybe off them 700 tapes, I'm probably going to make like $2,000, if I do it right. So, another top shelf. Winner, chicken dinner. Oh, goodness. I can't believe that. A $40 tape. So, yeah, that one tape pays for my entire 700 tape lot I bought. That's crazy. All right, let's look at the next one. Fire in the Sky. This movie used to creep the shit out of me when I was a kid. It made me not want to go to sleep, that aliens were going to somehow beam me through the windows, and it just did a number on me when I was a kid. So I'm definitely going to sell this one, but only because I have another copy in inventory. So, but yeah, great movie. And this one should sell for all right, maybe $10. I don't know. Let's check it out. Fire in the Sky, VHS. Oops. I cannot type today. I don't know. I think it's because my microphone's sitting here. I'm not used to it, so I kind of have to reach around it. That one didn't sell for very much. That one sold for like $6. Brand new, it sold for $60. So here's a pre-owned one, sold for $18. So that's pretty good. I got this for like 5 cents, y'all. 5 cents, and I'm sitting here turning around. I'm going to sell it for $18 or so. Pre-owned. This one sold for $25. No, $30 for this tape. All in. Crazy. Another one, man. Another one that needs to go on the top shelf. I told you I had some bangers today, but I wasn't expecting this, y'all. I wasn't expecting to have $20, $40 tapes, but this tape is in immaculate condition. Actually, it still had the plastic on it, but the plastic was like kind of ripped and starting to come off. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take the plastic off and sell it, as the whole tape. So Man, another banger. I got to put this one in the top shelf as well. And I'll list these later because I'll get a little bit better photos on these since they're worth a little bit more. But I cannot believe that. So those 4 tapes I got right there are over $200 worth of tapes. Good night. I cannot believe that. Okay. I don't even know if I want to. I think I'm probably going to take a break and go take a breather. So let me do that, and we'll come back and we'll finish off these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 more over here that I've already got photos of. So let me take a little break. You guys chill, and I'll be back in 10. Oh my goodness, chat. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that I had those 3 in a row. I knew they'd be good. I didn't know they'd be that good. Those were some bangers, if you ask me. But just a good day. Just a good day in the vintage media sales. So appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to try to do this every Saturday. That reminds me, if you see some tapes you like and follow me on here and subscribe to this channel, because these tapes don't last long when I put them on my store. Especially these rare ones, they'll sell for, the ones that are selling for good money. But if you see something you want, it's not going to stay on my store for long. So you can check that out on eBay. The link's on my channel profile, and get over there and at least put it in your cart, and maybe I'll send you a coupon. But anyway, let's check out the next one I got. It's Harry and the Hendersons, and I just sold a copy of this last week. Actually, if you look at my last stream, I listed this tape. It was a different one, and somebody was watching. They got on my store and purchased it pretty quick. So yeah, good deals all around. Actually, I'm gonna hop off here for today. I think I have to focus on getting these listed and getting them on the marketplace. Speaking of liking this, following my channel and subscribing. Check back next Saturday. I list every week, so I've always got 20 to 30 new tapes in my inventory on my eBay store. So jump over there, check it out. It's White Cheddar Sells, and you guys, hope to see you over there. All right, peace out.